This is kind of the end of the road of a really long and hard gauntlet that we've been on. It just seems like play off for the last month, and I was really proud of how we responded, even though the legs may not be there the best. Mentally tired a little bit, but I mean they still went out and performed like champions, especially in the big moments, which was critical to our ability. I thought our transition game was really good. We tried our best to keep them off balance with our serve, and I thought at times we did a really nice job. But that's a really good team. They still have a shot at making the playoffs, and I wish Amy the best and hope that they continue to put it together and make that playoff run.
Coach, this is a rematch of the very first game in Orlando Valkyries history, early game for you guys. What is it? How different is this team from then versus now?
I think, first of all, a couple of new components. Anna had joined us since then, which has obviously been a huge difference to the program. And I think both teams have grown up a lot. We've had to go through tough things. It was kind of really super exciting at first, and then all these road trips start to pile up, and now you're in that. It's just like basketball in late February. It's just never really good, and I thought we performed really well for where we are in the season. I think it's just a matter of keeping our bodies healthy, getting rest when we can get rest, and preparing for the next obstacle that's ahead of us.
You guys ended up getting those first two sets really close. The third set had to lose it. So what was kind of that mindset now going into that fourth set to finish it?
I think we just needed to clean up. I think we got back on our heels a little bit, which has kind of been the theme of a lot of the games that we've been struggling in a little bit, is like we kind of just laid off. So we were like, oh, we're going. And then you see a team kind of start to lose a little bit. So then you're like, oh, we're good now. And then as soon as that happened, they started putting a ton of pressure on us, and we kind of lost it. So I think going into that fourth set, we were like, we have to push. Every single point we have to push. We have to put the pressure on them. We have to stop making mistakes. I mean, one of the big stats was that third set, we got 20 kills, and we still lost it, which that's really frustrating because that means that was completely in our control, and we dropped the ball. And so I think through these past couple weeks when we've been in those types of situations, we've figured out ways to get out of it and to play as clean as possible.
What about in your case? I believe if I remember right, I think we talked to you after that last time you were here in Orlando. So what is it like now to come back to Orlando after those early games, and what's maybe different about this team versus those early days of the season versus now?
I think we've grown as people. I think back at that point, it was our second game. We had just come off of that Omaha game, which was a high of emotions and so many things going on, as we were the first two games that the league was playing. And so I think now that we've settled in, we know our roles, we know what each person needs to be successful, we know what we need to be successful. And I think that's the beauty of this league, is that we get to play these opponents again. And so they're a completely different team. They were firing way better than they did back in January, and that was really fun to see. That's really fun to compete, and I think that's what the beauty of this league is that everyone's getting better, and you're seeing every single team 4 times, and so each situation is going to be completely different. How we've played them at home and how we played them away has been completely different, but I think that helps both teams grow and understand who they are as a team.
Anna, just want to check. So you mentioned, Coach mentioned you were a new face to the team. What's it been like joining this team, who's currently leading the league at this point?
Well, it was a nice feeling. I was watching girls first 2-3 games what they was playing in the league, and I was like, nice job. I'm going to such a great team, and I will join them, and I will help them in any way what I can.
We mentioned that the early season Omaha game, though both of you end up being at the top of the league at this point in this season. What's it like, for this new league? Because if you win, you're the first ever champions, and no one ever take that away from you. So what's it like to kind of be at where you are at this point in the season?
It's you really got to be careful about getting too far ahead. And Bryson, we've known each other for years and years and years, and you know me. It's we're not even thinking about the championship right now. We're thinking about resting, and we're thinking about having a good practice whenever our next practice is. That's really, they'll enjoy this. We'll enjoy this. But we've got work to do. We've got so much work to do before we get to where we want to be that I can't even see that on the horizon. I know they want to get better, and I know they want to make a statement. So, but to do that, we have to get in the gym, and we have to work on it and get better, and we have to rest. We have to do a lot of resting.
Last time you were here in Orlando, about 5,000 in addition financial arena. Now 3 months on, as kind of the beginning of the season factor wears off. What's the environment's been like as the season has progressed?
I don't know, what do you guys think?
I think they've been good. I think Omaha has been amazing. I mean, yesterday they broke another record. They have like the top 5 for pro volleyball in the States, and I think that's so cool. That helps the league, like just because they're getting 11,000 fans. That's 11,000 people that know that this is going on, and then they're gonna go and tell their fans and their friends, and so then it grows a bit. So I think it's really cool of seeing the different types of environments. Like you're in all these different cities. Like I mean, Vegas, that's not really a volleyball city, but to see the people that come out and watch it because you tell them that it's there, I think is super, super cool. And I think we're just growing. And anytime somebody can get into a seat and see what's going on, that's one person that can go tell another person, and then it grows. So I think it's been beautiful to see all the different cities really embrace this, because you've seen, like, once people started finding out about it, the bigger and bigger the crowds. I mean, that's how it's been in Atlanta. It's like, there's pro volleyball, when's your next game? And then those same people are now coming to games. So I think it's really, really cool. And I think as the league grows, that's going to grow, especially when you're adding in these new cities that are bringing in big, I mean, like Dallas and Indy are huge volleyball cities already. So bringing them in and then allowing us to go there and play in those situations, I think is going to be so pretty and beautiful for the league, really.
What's it?
I was just going to say, you know what? A lot of things are determined by the day or night we play. You know, a Sunday afternoon, you're not going to get your top crowd. You're going to get your top crowds Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights, you know. This first year, we didn't have that luxury. We're playing a lot of matches on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and those games aren't well attended in any pro sport. So, however, we have fans that care about this sport, care about the growth of this league. As much as we talk about this, this is not about us. This is about a league that's going to foster its way forward and grow, so young women around the world can look at the United States and say, hey, maybe that's a place I want to play. You know, I think that's what we want to be. This is much bigger than us. It's way big. It's about this league. It's about this league getting through year one, learning from the misses, you know, and parlaying off the gains. But it's really about the league, and we're happy to be a part of that, getting in on the ground floor.
What's it been like now getting a chance to see the rest of the teams in the league? Because last time we talked, you know, you'd only played a few games up to that point. So what's it been like getting a chance to go around to see the rest of the league's environments up to now?
I'll
Okay.
answer it. I mean, it's been cool. I think the cool thing about this league is literally every single team has people that can start on any other team. And you have national champions, you have national team players, you have Olympians, like you have incredible women playing on all these different teams. And so getting to be around those, you have amazing foreigners. Like now people know who she is, and she's from Russia, but I guarantee there's so many Americans that are gonna be wondering what she's doing all the time. And I think that's really cool. You're bringing in international players, you're bringing in their type of volleyball here, and you're exposing the game in so many different ways. I mean, like playing on CBS today was so cool. Like that's something that we won't take for granted. That's something that I was used to in college, but to say that I play professionally on a network that usually plays the biggest games is really, really cool. And I think it's a fun thing to be a part of, and then knowing that that championship and the days that we're playing on are going to bring those viewers too, I think that's going to be really, really cool too. So I mean, everything we're doing right now is just building, and I think it's so much fun to watch everything unfold and everything build on top of each other, because 5 years from now it's going to be an incredible product.
It's interesting watching now a lot of the pros that opted out of the beginning of the season and went to Turkey or Italy or other places. Their leagues are done, and they're coming back and they're getting on PVF rosters to finish the season. So every team in the league is getting better right now. Nobody is what they were in January, and some are adding talent to their roster, which is going to change things down the stretch pretty immensely. I mean, there's 7 really good teams.
Coach, what does it mean to you to get another win here in Orlando, and what do you think it does for this team now as you move forward as you kind of get to this home stretch of the season?
Yeah, I probably would rather ask them, but you know, for me, it's good to come in, get a road win. Those aren't easy. Get a road win against a quality opponent that's fighting for a spot in the playoffs, and honestly, get on an airplane tonight and just begin the process of taking a couple days to just do nothing except recover.
Awesome. Well, best of luck with that.
You're welcome. Anything else, Lizzie? You got anything? No, good.